Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Return of the Obra Dinn, which today we are playing on a Zenith ZVM 1240. We have seen this one before. It's the very sort of yellowish, sepia-toned sort of thing. And currently we are back in the murder part 3, or chapter 3, murder part 3. And that's because we're not done with this one yet. A couple of people thought that maybe I was already done with this, but I needed a bit of time to just sort of think about things, and suddenly it all makes complete sense, honestly. And I don't know why it didn't become clear to me immediately exactly what's going on. Obviously, the Formosans are being kidnapped. That did seem to be what the case was, and the thing is that right now, as we are on the top deck, I've looked through everybody. This guy here, this guy here, this guy that was hiding here, we didn't spot him earlier. There's another one. Also, is that a pipe I see? I think we've just worked out an identity there. Yep, he is smoking a pipe, and I believe he's one of the Russians, which, by the way, does mean that literally, in the comments of last episode, I think someone spoils that. Literally that. Literally in the episode where I say don't spoil things. I think that happened. I'm trying to... Okay. Well, luckily, it took me actually looking at it to realize what was being said. But yeah, so the guy's got the pipe right there. That must be the Russian guy. Let me have a look on the sheet then. So this is a bit of a distraction. This wasn't the plan. But yeah, I marked him as a seaman because he was one of the Russians, and they're the only ones where I ever marked that. So that guy and that guy. So we now know which one he is. He is number 47. So yeah, 3 difficulty, not surprised, because if you don't spot the pipe, you've got no idea. So he is Alexei Toporov. There we go. And then the other guy, narrowing it down, must be the other one, Alarkus Nikishin. I feel like I might have butchered that one a little bit. But there we go. A couple more names, if not fate. So actually, did one of those guys have a fate? No, I think we haven't seen... One of them was in that sword fight. Who was it actually? Let me just check. Oh, and I worked out the first memory thing, by the way. That makes sense now. I understand. No, he was just there. Let's flip to the manifest. Was it this guy that got shot? It was that guy. Okay, so we that was all resolved. We know about that one. Okay. So yeah, there he is doing his thing, pulling ropes, dropping the ship, and so on. So yes, this guy, that guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, I think. Wait, who's this one? Have we seen him before? Oh, there we go. The other Russian. And this guy. And of course, the Formosan guy. I don't know what he is. King, prince, something. They are never seen again. And I don't know why I didn't realize this earlier, but the thing that tripped me up is the Formosans, because I got it into my head that they were going to be around longer. And so seeing them being kidnapped, it didn't quite click with me that, yeah, they're all leaving. They go. This is where they leave the story. So what happens is the murder takes place, the execution in return takes place, and then with one guard down, these guys manage to, I guess, maybe overpower the other guard or sneak by him or somehow outsmart him and steal away these 2 people as captives, take 2 of the boats. And this is the thing, the constant running plot of people taking away the boats so that when the time comes, there are none left. And they have no choice but to just fight each other to the death. Like the last boat is taken in the escape. That's the final one. And so then, from then on, no one has any choice but to stay. But yeah, so it looks like these 3 and their captive get in that boat. Those 3 and their captive get in that boat. They both go off to somewhere, and I imagine that later on in the story, someone is going to reference where they are, and we're going to find all 8 of these people alive somewhere else. Don't know where, we'll find out, but there are some clues we can get about who is who. Let me just check this guy, because I forget where we saw him in the thing. Another one of the people in the execution. So I'm noticing a lot of the people from the execution here. That suggests to me that maybe they chose to be a part of that because they didn't like that guard or something. Maybe it was a setup. Maybe as we go back through the story, we're going to find that the murder was not by who it's claimed to be by. That would be an interesting development. I'm curious now. That would be cool. Yes, but this guy here is important because if we take a look at him, he is in a fancy hat near the captain. I think he is the second or fourth mate. Don't know which one. And then over here, this guy is quite clearly in a steward's uniform, and if we look, he is standing with the stewards. So he must be the corresponding steward of that guy. Why else would he be doing his bidding? You wouldn't have the fourth mate steward helping the second mate and not have anyone else from that dynamic involved. And then we've got the two Russians, and we've got this guy over here. Don't know about him, just looks like a generic sailor that's just sat there watching the execution. So, wonder how we'll find out about him. Now onto the lower deck. These guys are all just people that are being killed or have been injured or overpowered in the escape. And I'm realizing now that another thing I was just completely off about was the fact that Lars was over here. He obviously was part of the scuffle, got hit in the head, and is just waking up. I don't know why I thought it was necessarily to do with that. He was up on deck at what is apparently night. So that's a maybe means something, but it's quite possible that there's just a couple of people that were around and about. They were just on duty today. I don't know why they left the body just hanging though. That's so strange. Like, had people only just cleared away? Were these people out here to take the body down? And these people struck at an opportune moment when everyone wasn't quite back in their seats yet, or their hammocks or whatever, and they were able to steal these people away without the guard being in any way involved. Maybe he's dead downstairs. That could be something we find out just by someone saying it later. So yeah, Lars is here. This guy that I believe we know is here. One of the top men, yeah, Peter Milroy, gets blown up later. And then our good old helmsman with quite the fantastic moustache, I must say. That is impressive. That takes some work. Yeah, there's nowhere else to explore. That's it, one accounted for. Last thing to do, of course, is actually mark off this guy. So we know he's got the tattoo, so we can identify him. So if we go to the thing, this unknown soul, we know exactly who he is because we've seen his arm hanging out of hammock number 37. Which I have down on my sheet. That is Timothy Buttermont, topman from Scotland. Marked, and we know that he was shot, but we don't know who by yet. Now, I could cheat and guess the first and the second and then fourth mate, but that's cheating. Not going to do that. Going to do it properly. So he was shot with a gun, and we don't know who by for now. And that's all that accounted for. And we can assume that everyone else is alive, but I'm going to leave that till we know where, because otherwise we can't really mark much. We're supposed to say where, and we don't know where they're landing. But this chapter does take place very close to the Canary Islands. It's right there. So surely that's where they go. But we'll check, because surely someone's going to reference it. Also, that must be some sort of fancy safe with all their riches in it or something that they're taking away with them. You gotta kidnap the people and the money so that you're gonna get something either way. But yeah, that is everything we can do in here for now, but I think at some point, yeah, at some point we're going to come back just to look at all the faces and then mark down that they're alive elsewhere. And there we are, that's the foot, but we do have another death in this chapter to take a look at. We've still got the Port Walk death to have a look at, but there's plenty more to do yet. Let's take a look at the execution. I'm excited about this. We're going to see the whole scene, everyone stood out there, and being sketched at the same time, presumably. Let's have a look.
Hok Seng Lao, you have been found guilty by self-confession of the murder of Nunzio Pasquale.
Quiet.
As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line. Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir. Ready, men. Aim. Fire!
And there we have it. Lots of information there. Much guns. Very guns. Explosions. Weirdness. And here everybody is. There you go. And there he is sketching it. I don't know how he managed to get the angle that he got, because he definitely seemed to have a high vantage point when you look at the actual sketch. I was wondering if I would find him up on a platform or something. Definitely can't see everything properly here. But yep, there everyone is. It's literally the moment. There they all are. Fun fact about this, Lucas Pope literally took this scene and sketched over it, and that's how he made the sketches. Oh, well, there's the body of the guy. We can identify him. I don't remember this bit. Guy with his hands over his ears. And then we got some people out of the scene. The butcher and maybe the cook is with him. Seems relatively likely. No, there's more to see. Not yet. No. And here we are. Murder, Part 2. 28 others were present. That's a record. There we go. Well, who is this? Hok Seng Lao. I've got a funny feeling it's only one difficulty. Not surprised. There you are. Hok Seng Lao. Passenger. He was definitely shot. Shot with gun by, well, everyone at once? That's not an option. I don't know how to mark this. Maybe we choose the guy who gave the order? Maybe I missed it. Oh, we're back here. I pressed the wrong button. We're here again. Hold on. Maybe shot isn't actually the correct one. Hold on. Let's have a look at the full list. Alive, axe burned, clawed, clubbed, crushed, decapitated, drowned, eaten, electrocuted, expired, exploded, fell, froze, illness, killed with sword, knifed, poisoned, shot, speared, spiked, strangled, struck, suicide to the point. No, shot. Yeah, shot. By gun. By Mr. Wolf? Who is the gunner? That's interesting, because I think that's the guy in the hat, so I think I was right that the hat isn't a bosun thing, it's just an officer thing. As in the top hat. I'm going to mark it as that. We've not got a confirmation, but I don't think we're there yet. So I think I filled in the whole thing. Not 100% sure. Okay. So yeah, what did I want to do? I wanted to do something in the book. Oh, let's have a quick look at this. Is there someone with their hands on their ears? No, but that's because they're out of sight. So there are people that are in the scene that aren't in the image. You look at, he's giving the order. I think that is Mr. Wolf. He's the gunner. The top hat is not a bosun thing. So see, everyone who's saying definitely French guy. Oh, there's the monkey again. Hello. Oh, wrong button. And they've got a goat here, and yeah, so there's Emil Farrell, we believe, and then this guy is new. He's right next to him there as well, so odds are he's the cook. That's what I'm gonna guess for now. We already know everything about this guy. We know far too much about this guy, to be honest. Yeah, so these guys were all out of sight, I think. Like, if I look at him... Oh no, he's there. He's visible. This guy... Okay, so it's not quite exactly the moment. Or it is, and there's a mistake, because that's the gunshot. Did he put his hands on his ears just... like... Because that's as the guns go, and that's... I mean, it's a sketch, I guess, so it's not a photo. It's gonna potentially be slightly different. Do we know this guy? Did we ever work him out? No, we just know he was clubbed by Brennan. Who's this guy here? He's completely new. Oh, that's Lars, right? Yep, he's there. Yeah, I'm just having fun looking through all the faces we've got here. Here we go, the gunning team. Have we got all of these done now? This guy, I think, is complete. Yeah, he's Henry Brennan. Sorted. And we have this guy here. He's one of the Russians. Sorted-ish. This guy here. Oh, he looks new. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen him before with the nose. And then this guy... Oh, yeah, he's another one of the... Is he the Russian, right? Oh, no, he's not. He's somebody else. But he does escape in a moment. And then, yeah, that's gotta be Wolf. That's gotta be him. So, let's assign the name. This is Christian Wolf, the Austrian gunner. Not the bosun's mate. And that's complete. Oh. I think we have 3. And it's not gone off. Hold up. Yeah, that was what I was going to check before. I was going to check how many we had completed. Let's have a look. Christian Wolf complete, and he gets blown up by the cannon. Boxing Lao is complete. Oh no, that's... Oh, no. George Shirley shot by cannon. By the beast. So, it should have gone off, and it didn't. This might be wrong. I mean, I'm saying it's Christian Wolf, and oh. That's been locked in. Is that a thing? That's supposed to happen? Like, if I pick a different person, like you, it gets locked in. Why? What if I get it wrong? Does it not get locked in if I get it wrong? That seems like a way of cheating. That's a bit weird. Oh, no, wrong button. Weird noises. I think it's that that's not technically correct. Unknown seaman might be the correct way. Nope. I don't know about this. Oh, is it actually that we look to see which bullet went furthest? Oh, which one is hitting in this moment? It's this one. Did everyone else miss? Oh my god, everyone else missed. Oh, you sneaky bugger. Well, they were a crappy firing squad. Wait, so all these guys deliberately aimed past him. Were they a part in framing him and couldn't bring themselves to actually kill him or something? But yeah, this guy, Henry Brennan, is the one that actually delivers the fatal shot. No one else even touches him. That is interesting. Okay then. Yeah, so here. Shot with a gun by Henry Brennan. There we go. Well done, 3 more fates correct. That was sneaky. That was Christian Wolf. Is it going to flip straight back to that page again? Yes, it is. That's not an efficient way of going through the book there. But either way, we got them all. George Shirley, Hokseng Lao, and Christian Wolf. How many is that? Is that 21? Yeah, that's 21, I believe. Very nice. Over a third of the way to completing the game. Okay, so that's the sort of critical bit of this scene. And oh, that's interesting. There's some people in the sketch that don't appear in the scene because they're too far back. It's like everyone's still walking up. Wait, no, they're all completely differently positioned. This guy's kneeling down? Yeah, this is all different over here. And we've got him next to Martin. There's Martin in his hat. We never see him in his hat. Nice. But we've got them very clearly paired up here. Who's this guy? he is the one who runs away, and he's the associated steward in case I wasn't sure. So yeah, they're working together. We still don't know whether he's the second or fourth mate. And here is... Wait, is this... Oh, that's the first mate. Yeah, so captain, first mate, third mate, and then second or fourth, and second or fourth? Is he one of them? Is there a fourth, or am I getting confused? I might actually have it completely wrong, thinking about it. I should really check this. Is there a fourth mate? There is, yeah. So we've got Martin, we don't know what happens to him. I think I know what happens to him. But yeah, so we've got a second and a fourth mate, unaccounted for, both English, so it doesn't help because remember one of those guys had a northern accent. No use of it, just says England though. So one of them's Edward Nichols, the other one's John Davies, and then the steward that's there is Samuel Galligan or Davy James, don't know which. Samuel Galligan's Irish, but we don't hear them speak, I don't think. If I go back to that scene and hear an Irish accent though, I know it's the second mate because it's the second mate steward. So that's a possibility. But yeah, so he's one of the mates then. Why does he wear such a different hat from everyone else? It's like, you got your tricorn, you fancy like forward-facing one. Then you got a slightly more battered tricorn. And then you got a bicorn and a bicorn. So it's probably... Yeah, so he's the first mate, so he gets a tricorn. And then is it like third... Is it like... No, is it like second, third, and then fourth gets this weird, like, conductor's hat? I don't know. Then we got a couple of people set up here. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything to derive from this other than information about the Formosan passengers. One last thing to check. Are there 28 people? Let's have a quick look. Also, hold on a minute. There's a body here? Oh yeah, it's right there. Yeah, it's here. Of course, yeah. I was at a moment of like, wait, is there a dead guy hanging around here somewhere? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Everyone accounted for. Awesome. Okay. Last thing is, that was Miss Lynn. I think we knew that already, really. I think we could have just given her that at any time. Actually, no, that is important. Yeah, because we don't have... Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to tell who was who. Yeah, let me quickly double-check the scene. Q... No, not Q. Wait, yeah, Q. What's it doing? Escape, Q. There we go. So let me just reread the thing. So, oh yeah, the murder of Nunzio Pasqua. So the guy that's led right there is Nunzio Pasqua. We might be able to just identify him looking at the wrapped body. Miss Lim, it is too late. So yeah, so Lim is the lady's name. Yep, everything else is good. That's all the information. So yes, this is Miss Lim. So, oh, there we go. You are... Oh, too far. I can't... Is that Bun or Bean? Or I think it's Bunlan Lim. There we go. And you're kidnapped and you're alive somewhere, but we don't know where yet, so we can't do anything more with that. So we're narrowing it down. There's only 2 Formosan names left. But they can't be worked out right now. Worth just checking that. I wonder if we just do a quick flick around here. We got any that can be identified now? That weren't before? That guy! Really? Who's he? He just sat there watching. It's both of these guys. Why? That's weird. Nothing changed with the... oh, that's weird. If I scroll the page while looking at him, the image... He moves on him. Anyway, yes. That is interesting. I'm going to leave it for now. I'll do the final murder before I do the whole thing. Anyone else randomly able to be worked out? No, I don't think so. Just these 2 up here. Wonder where they come into things. We'll look at it later. I'll have a proper look later. Okay, let's take a look at this body, I think. When I forgot, can I identify? Not in this mode, I can't. Okay, let's just bring him back. We know it's Nunzio Pascal, we can identify him when we get into his scene. Maybe that's it, the fact that we know the name of this guy narrows down the names of those other two that are left. Alright, let's follow it. I mean, it's going... They really just have the flair for the dramatic. Around the mast, really? Come on, get over here. There we go. Right, and let's just hop straight into this one.
Hello? Who is there? Who is that? Is someone hurt? Signore Nichols, is that you? What are you doing down here?
Oh, hello, yes. All fine here. Just, sorting some things.
Watch your step. Here, let me help you.
Oh dear. Okay. So it was a false accusation. Some guy called Mr. Nichols killed him, it sounds like. Where are we? We're at the bottom deck. There's some more things going on here. Oh. That's weird magical weirdness. That's motion in frozen time. Aside from anything else going on, is that an eye? That's the shell. That's the shell. The Formosans brought the shells on board. They weren't like dredged up like I guessed they would be. They were brought and stolen or just cursed in general. I can't. There we go. We can get around this guy. So, yeah. So Nunzio Pasqua dies, and then that's Nichols. He looks familiar. We've seen him around. Is he one of the mates? He might be one of the mates. What was moves post-mortem? Only two others around. There was a guy on the floor as well. We need to take a look at him. Okay, so this is Nunzio Pasqua. So let's find. There we go. A passenger. Huh. I didn't really notice that there were other passengers. He's the only other one. Interesting. He's just going about his business and he just gets murdered by. We're about to find out who. I think he was stabbed, but didn't actually see it. So we'll take a closer look. There we go. And yeah, there's no other body here, of course. So, is it a knife? It's so hard to squeeze. But excuse me. Can you just let me pass, please? It worked before. I'm trapped on this side now. Can I come around? Oh, I can just walk the whole way around, I guess, if nothing else. Yeah, this is the lowest deck. Just loads of cargo. Weird lantern-y things, whatever that is. Couple of doors, and there's the way up. Sealed, though, so we can't come down here quite yet. We've got to find a scene where the door's open. This guy's here. We'll look at him in a second. Oh, but maybe that's Nichols. Oh, crap. No, wait, but he answers, and it seems like that works. Let's look at the transcript. Who's there? Who's that? Is someone hurt? Nichols, is that you? What are you doing here? Hello, yes, all fine here. Yeah, that's Nichols, and he's also stabbed somebody. Did they go missing in this chapter or something? Because no more murders. Is it a knife? I can't see. It's probably a knife. I'm going to go with knife. And then let's take a closer look at this. Okay. We'll just look at the sketch. Okay, this guy here, one of the mates. So if it's Nichols, then we know that it's, yep, Edward Nichols, the second mate. Okay, he's the one who runs away. So yeah, there's this whole plot to steal the special shell thing of the Formosans, but then does the shell stay on board? Because it sounds like it based on what happens at the very end of the story. There we go. Do we see him dying? No, we don't see him. Oh no, we see him escape, of course. Yes, he gets away. Right, that's Edward Nichols, which means that we can complete this guy's death immediately. He was knifed by second mate Edward Nichols. Alright, so that's one. We'll need 2 more, of course, to get anything done. Now, let me just check if we go down here. Yep, we can now identify him. Yeah, it says we can't identify that guy. Surely we can. Maybe we need to ascribe the name to this one. But yeah, he's got to be the second mate steward. What else could he be? Second mate steward, Samuel Galligan from Ireland. There we go. Now does it say? No, it still doesn't say we can identify that guy, but there's only one steward left, isn't there? Or does the captain have a steward? Maybe he does. Captain steward? Ship steward. Oh, and captain steward. Okay, so yeah, it could still be confusing then. So maybe there's a steward not present. Maybe one dies in loose cargo. Somebody dies in loose cargo. Okay, and then this guy. Let's take a look. He looks dead. Oh, it's the other guard. Is he dead? Like, because it doesn't say he's dead. We can't name him because we don't know the names yet, but what happens to him then? Like, or is he the one executed? Wait, is he the one executed? Oh, he is. Oh, that's not fair. He stabbed them both and then pinned the murder of one on the one who survived. And it worked? Well, damn, yeah, so he lives. Yeah, so there we go. And then this thing. The shell. What it's all about. Hidden in the passenger's store. This is the passenger's store. I remember from the deck plans. Well, that's all we can derive from this. We know who the second mate is and the second mate steward, which means theoretically we know who the fourth mate is. It's got to be that guy, right? I assume that's how it works. It is a different hat, though. He could be ship steward or something. But then where's the fourth mate? I'll leave it, because it's not guaranteed. That could be him, actually. He's wearing a hat. He's wearing a bicorn. He could be the fourth mate. That could be the ship steward. Or anyone else, really. It could be any role that has that hat as the hat of office. It just seems like anyone in a leading role has a hat of their choice, seems pretty much. No hats here. An interesting that I've realised is that anyone who died in chapters 1 and 2 must be in this sketch and not this one. Indeed, anyone who died in the first half of Murder. So Nunzio is on here somewhere, I guess. Did we see? Oh yeah, he's that guy. The guy with the. It's all like the passengers, and also the surgeon's mate, I guess. That's the around here. I mean, we got all the passengers identified now, actually, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, so we know that if someone dies in loose cargo, they've got to be on this sketch, not this one. So that's a useful thing. So that's Murder. That's the scene. That's all 3 of the scenes, even. Let's leave. Where's the door? Over here. And yeah, these giant ropes, that's cool. Don't know what they're about. Off we go. To do a bit of thinking. We're at that stage now. There we go. Chapter 3, Murder. And that's all there is to it. No disappearances, just the 3 deaths. And yeah, so we think we've got that one covered. We've got that one covered. And we think we've got that one covered, so I think we have it all filled in. It's just that we need one more. Okay, so I had that one, yeah. So we need... Oh no, unknown attacker. We don't actually... Oh. I suppose we know now. He was shot by the second mate. It's got to be him, right? Is there anything else we can... I mean, if we just knew where they were, we could do all of the alive ones, and that'd be wonderful. Just filling in the entire list of them. The names of those chapters are a little bit worrying. gotta be honest. But yeah, so... What am I flicking through for? I've already forgotten. Wait, it's all the people that are alive. Like, they're not... Wait. They're not listed in the missing. Did they come back? Because look at these chapter names. The Calling. Unholy Captives. Soldiers of the Sea. I think maybe we see those 8 people again. And maybe wish we didn't. I think maybe they might return, not quite themselves, with the shell. They did take it with them and then they came back. Or the Obra Dinn went after them and got them back. I mean, it's a ship against some rowboats. If you catch up. Yeah, so maybe they don't make it out alive after all. Maybe they all die and we see it later on. But it looks like the only death we have left to investigate now is the one in the port walk. I don't think we can go downstairs. Like, I wouldn't see why we could. Because we haven't seen the doors open. Like, if I go down here... Yep, that's closed, and the one down there is surely closed as well. So yeah, next up is the death in the port walk. But there's more to work out. There are more mysteries to resolve because we have people that we can apparently identify, despite me having no real idea how. 2 memories. 3 memories. They're both 3 difficulty, but they're in more places than I thought. Where does this guy appear? Show them on the map. We have A Bitter Cold Part 1. So we know he's one of the people in the hammocks in A Bitter Cold Part 1. But there's still a lot of people unaccounted for in those hammocks. That said, I can cross off the Russians. We've got those sorted. We know what's happening with those, which actually doesn't leave that many. That's what it is. We've got 55, 57, 58, 42, 37, 36, 39, 40, and 38. That's a fair few still. Yeah. We can't work it out just based on that. So how are we supposed to know who he is? Because those are the only 2 scenes he appears in. Bitter Cold Part 1 and Murder Part 2. Defining features. Let's go take a look. Let's go see what we can spot on him. We're running a bit over time. Like, the original plan for these episodes was that they were supposed to be 30 to 40 minutes. I don't think we've done one less than 40 minutes yet. But I don't want to leave this with these 2 unresolved if I can work it out right now. So we're going to go back to this scene. Yep, click through all that. Let's take a look at him. Open shoes. Closed shoes. With the buttons. Narrows it down. The open shoes seems to suggest that he is a topman. And this guy is seaman. That seems what it's about. Oh, I paused that at the perfect time. That was lovely. Made it very impactful, that moment there. Let's have a look at this guy, because he's in 3 scenes. Let's have a look. He's in Murder Part 2. Murder Part 3. He's one of the people who escapes. And A Bitter Cold Part 1. Makes sense. Open shoes and closed shoes. Surely there's plenty of people with open and closed shoes left. Let's have a look at the crew. Oh yeah. That's so weird. Yeah, let's look at the crew list. Maybe we narrowed it down more than I realised. Nope, there's multiple top men left. Multiple seamen left. So that's getting a little bit thin. I just don't know. I'm surely missing something then.
Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir. Ready, men. Aim.
Now I'm looking at stuff like how many fingers does he have? Like maybe he's missing one and that's a clue somewhere. I'm not seeing it. Wearing shorts, simple white cloth thing. This guy's got sort of an open neck thing going on. He holding anything? Missing a finger? He might be. I think it's just clipping into the wood though. Yeah, I'm not seeing any defining features apart from sort of like just general appearance might come into it. So like he's got sort of prominent eyebrows. Like he looks like Eastern origin, but that doesn't really narrow it down that much, I don't think. This guy got nothing much, he's just mostly bald. Don't know what to make of that. We've only seen them in a couple of scenes. No one's said their names. They haven't spoken. We can't derive accents. Languages. And yet it says we can work them out. I really don't know about this. I am lost. Is it... Maybe there's a uniform clue I'm missing. Yeah, none of them are wearing the steward's uniform. That's quite distinctive. They're wearing just like crappy standard shirts and shorts. Like, is the shorts an element? Everyone here is wearing pants. Like, everyone in the scene but them is wearing pants, pretty much. And then they're wearing shorts. I don't know. That's frustrating. But don't tell me. Okay? I will take the time to work it out. I'll probably between episodes go back to, like, a bitter cold and take a closer look at the feet and maybe start actually writing down the corresponding shoes. And I might find there's only one left of the open shoe kind or something. Like, I know that there's a guy with open shoes in hammock number 38 that isn't accounted for. What's 38? Huang Li, top man from China. But there's more of those, so it could be him. That could be the guy. That's the best bit I've got right now. I don't know about the other guy, because he's got closed shoes. Everyone's got closed shoes. They're everywhere. I mean, maybe... Are his shorts clipping through his leg? I don't know what's going on with that. Like... Maybe that's a clue. Maybe is he missing a leg of his pants or something? Like... It's looking odd. We'll have to see. But yeah, it says they can be identified right now, and that's very strange. But we're going to leave it here. The scene of the execution. Don't tell me the answers. I'll work them out for myself. Don't give me hints. Don't give me clues. Just don't. Just talk about things that have already happened that are covered. Because I don't want the spoilers, but I still want to enjoy reading the comments, and I want to reply to some of them and all that sort of thing. So don't spoil it. Okay. And with that, I shall say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.